What does the search and rescue operation look like at this park? And you'd mentioned you're typically in the top 3 and having to do rescue missions. How difficult is it in this type of terrain to get to people, especially if they're doing high alpine climbing?
Yeah, it depends on where the incidents occur. So if we have an accident on Longs Peak, we have an accident on Glacier Gorge or the Continental Divide, it's very challenging to get to folks in a timely manner, right? If someone has a stable injury where they can sit and wait, time is less important. But if someone has had some sort of significant fall or traumatic injury, like time is of the essence. You've heard of the golden hour, right? So hiking someone just from headquarters where they may be or some other location to some far-flung location in the park may take all day. All right. And so we really have to start utilizing other assets to try and get people there. We use the military for helicopters. We contract helicopters. We use the state we use Flight for Life, medevac. So generally aviation becomes one of the primary assets we'll use for some of these rescues as they're farther and farther away in more severe terrain. But then we also have to battle with the weather. And so like days like today, it's really hard to know if we'd even be able to fly. We may be still going in on foot.
Do you or have you rappelled in these types of rescue missions out of a helicopter?
No, generally not rappelling, right? We're going to what it would be the closest spot that we can land a helicopter safely and then walking from that location. We have a whole list of known spots that we can land within the park. And so we'll usually start working off that knowledge. There are rappel ships within fire, like wildland fire, but it hasn't generally become a thing within search and rescue. We could have folks inserted with a hoist, on an aircraft and down hoisted in. That's happened before.
I always admire, and I don't think talk about enough, how skilled these helicopter pilots are as well, navigating this type of landscape and getting the helicopter up and down. I'm sure you've seen in your day some incredible missions and some incredible pilots that have gotten you in some tough areas.
For sure. We've definitely had some very, stressful rescues where it's like timing is of the essence. We have a storm cell coming through, we have a critical patient, and it's all up to doing this in the appropriate time for safety margins. And we've had those instances where they're basically nail biters, right? Are we going to get this done? Are we going to do it in a safe manner? Are we going to get out of there prior to this massive storm coming in with high winds and hail and lightning? So, the pilots are amazing that we work with. The skill sets that they've developed over basically a career of flying has set them up for success in the mountains. We've had some pilots come in the park, they're uncomfortable with it, which is great, and turn down missions. And that's what we would rather have than someone trying to push their comfortability limits and their skills.